Hey guys, so today I am going to be filming a huge testing out makeup video. I've got a full face of first impressions and I think most of these are like relatively new releases, so it's all like new products that have recently been released. I filmed a PO Box unboxing video last week and pretty much everything in this video is from that because so many of you were saying in the comments, please can you actually like test all this stuff out? So yeah, it's pretty much all of the stuff from my PO Box video and I'm just gonna whack it all on my face, give it all a go, and I hope you enjoy the video. I've also got some new brushes to try out as well, and I've also got, and this is where we're gonna start, a new sponge to try out because I received this Juno and Ko blending sponge. Oh, it's the Juno Fusion sponge, and so many of you really wanted me to try this out, and it just basically looks like an ordinary sponge, but it's not because it feels really like fuzzy and weird. It's like the weirdest texture, but I don't really know what you'd call it. I've dampened it a little bit. I don't know if you're even meant to because it's not the same as a normal sponge, but I have dampened it a bit and I'm gonna try and apply my foundation with this. And then the foundation that I'm gonna use is the EX1 Invisiwear Liquid Foundation. This is the only product in this entire video that I have actually tried once before, but it was only once and I can't actually remember what I thought of it. But yeah, I received some more of these in my PO Box because they've recently released them in Boots, which is really cool. So yeah, this is my second impression, but I can't even remember what I thought of it. Okay, so I'm just going to start out with a little bit like this, and I'm going to take like the bum end. I call that the bum. It's not a bum. It doesn't have a bum because it's a sponge, but I call that the bum end because it kind of looks like one. It's a bit of a noisy bugger. I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like it's a little bit too hard. It's quite dense, and also even though I did dampen it, it's quite dry. Like I tried making it wet, but it stayed quite dry. I just didn't find it as easy to use as an ordinary sponge, and it's also kind of left it a little bit streaky. Like it's almost like this fuzzy texture has been like printed on my face a little bit. I don't know, maybe I've done something wrong. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time. I often do things wrong, so maybe I've used you wrong. As for the foundation, I feel like I haven't been able to test it properly because I wasn't really using an applicator that I'm used to, so I think I might try putting another layer on but blend it in with my usual Real Technique sponge, and then we might be able to get a better feel of whether this works or not. Okay, this is already working so much better. Yeah, that was so much easier using the sponge that I always use, so much easier, and I feel like I did get to like properly test the foundation now, and I actually really like it. I feel like it's a really good colour match. I'm pretty sure it matches like spot on. It's really good coverage. It was nice and buildable. Like as you saw, I did 2 layers and it built up. What is the correct term for that? It built up really nicely to like a pretty decent coverage, and yeah, I just think it looks like a really nice foundation, so I really like that. So for concealer, I got the Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Full Coverage Concealer. I picked out the shade Fair Warm because I think that one looks like the palest one. They sent me 3 different shades, but this one definitely looks like the palest. So first things first, it is thick. If you like your thick concealers, you will flippin' love this. I have a feeling it's going to be pretty full coverage because it just feels really thick. And I don't think I'm wrong there because that is looking pretty damn good. I think that is a really good concealer. I absolutely love it. It's also pretty brightening as well. Like it's that perfect shade that it's definitely like brightened my under eyes a little bit. So I also received another concealer, and that is the Model's Own Cover It Full Coverage Concealer. But I have a feeling the lightest shade is going to be too dark for me. So this is 01 Light, and I'm not sure. It's also really hard to squeeze anything out, I noticed. Like you proper have to give it a good squeeze to actually get anything, but when it does come out, it is thick. What is it with all these thick concealers? Like, I don't know, that probably did absolutely nothing. It's basically really thick, but it looks a little bit dark for me, so that is why I went for the other one. It also looks a little bit pinky toned as well. Because they sent me it in every single shade, I thought I would try and do like a cream contour thing with the darker concealer. Does that work? I just wanted to give it a go, you know, try something new. So I'm taking this one in the shade 04 Tan. It's just really hard to get anything out. I think I've got a little bit on my finger and I'm just gonna dab it here. Has that done anything? I feel like that has actually worked. It's just made like a really nice subtle contour. Like it doesn't look too harsh and it was really easy to blend out. So if you do use that as a concealer, it's really blendable. Like I feel like that kind of worked. Where is the product? Sort of feels like it's full of air, I'm not gonna lie. It's making loads of like noises. Great demo. Do you know what I mean? God, any minute it's just gonna splat out, isn't it? It's very like empty. Do you know what? I'm really happy with that. I feel like that's actually a really good contour for me, like pretty damn good. And I haven't even used an actual contour, I've used a concealer. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. I think it worked pretty well. So I also have a load of new brushes to test out. These are from the same brand as that funky sponge thing. So I'm hoping their brushes are gonna be a bit better. These are the Juno and Ko brushes. I've just got a bunch of them here that I'm gonna try out throughout this video. But I'm gonna start off with this one because I'm pretty sure this would work quite well as like a powder brush. I don't have a new powder to test, like I didn't receive any powders in my PO box, so I'm just gonna use my standard one, but we can give this brush a little test and see if it works. They feel quite soft, like they're not the softest in the world, but they do feel pretty soft. I actually really like this. I think it's a really nice brush. I like that it's not too big, like so far. I am liking the brush. I'm liking the brushes more than the sponge, so that is good. The next brush that I'm gonna try is this one. So it's the same kind of thing, but it's got a slight like vertical taper bit. Ooh, that feels really soft when you rub it on this side of your hand. Like, oh yeah, that's well nice. It's got a slight like taper to it, so I'm gonna try and use this to bronze up my face. However, again, I don't have a bronzer. I didn't receive a new bronzer in my PO box, so I'm just gonna use this like mini Makeup Revolution one that I got in their calendar. After this, everything else is a new product. It was just powder and bronzer that I didn't have, so just kind of like, I've already contoured, so I guess I'm just gonna use this to dust all over. Hi, let's hope you are blendable. I feel like it's doing a really good job. It's really soft, it's really good at like blending out the product. Okay, so now that I'm looking a little bit more bronzed, I'm now going to move on to blusher. They're quite long though, aren't they? Because you could poke your eye out with that. You've got to be careful. I nearly just stabbed it in my ear. I'm now going to move on to my blush, and I do have a new one to test out that I received in my PO box, and that was this little dinky thing. So this is the Paul & Joe Compact, and I've never heard of this brand before. Literally never heard of it, but how cute is this packaging? It's in like a little cute box thing, and maybe this one. This is like a really tapered kind of version of the brush. I think I'm going to use this one. So yeah, I'm just going to get a little bit of the pale side and then slightly dab the darker side. These flipping brushes get softer every time. This one's even softer still. Like, I don't know why, but they're just getting softer as I go along. I feel like that is such a pretty blush. Like, it's really subtle, it's not coming out too strong, so it's just like a really nice subtle flush of pink, and I think that is so pretty. So for highlighter, I received some of the new makeup, but who are they? MUA Undress Your Skin Shimmer Highlighters, and they've released 3 new shades, I think, and this is in the shade Silver Wonder. So they do have a highlighter brush. It's one of these fan brushes, but I don't really like using them for highlighter, and I know a lot of you say they actually work quite well for contour, so maybe I'll try that in another video one day for contour. But I think I'm just going to use one of my usual highlighter brushes, which is this little like eyeshadow one. I just feel like this works quite well, and I am just gonna give it a go. I can't open it. That's really useful. Okay, so yeah, this is what the highlighter looks like. They are so pretty. Like, they are so cool. So I'm just going to take a little bit on my brush, and okay, I'm taking a lot on my brush, let's be real. Taking an absolute crap ton on my brush. And just as I expected, it's pretty damn good. Look at that. It looks pretty damn good, and yeah, MUA highlighters are always so good, so I kind of knew that it would work. So now I'm going to move on to eyebrows, and this is the part of the video that I am most not looking forward to for this one. I mean, it always is, let's be real. The brows are always my least favourite part, but this time I'm extra nervous because this wasn't in my PO box, but I picked it up recently for a testing collection video, but I ended up using a different brow product, and I said I would test it in a different video, and that is the Collection Fast Brow Tinted Brow Gel, and it's supposed to be semi-permanent. That's why I'm pooping my pants, because if this goes wrong, will I technically have to leave my brows like this for like however long it lasts? I hope not, because quite often my brows look like pants. Look like pants? They look, yes, they look like underwear. They look like, they look pants. So I'm really nervous and I don't really want to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway because I want to try it out. So it looks like this, and I've got the shade light/medium, which is the palest one, I think. We hope so, otherwise we're going to have some dark blues. So it just comes in this little tube, and it's got an applicator like that. Not really sure how I'm going to do this, but it also comes with a brush and a spoolie. So I think I'm just going to like dip the brush onto this to get like less product, because that's just going to dollop a load on there. Oh, hell will break loose. Right, I am going to stop talking for a bit and concentrate on this, and I will be back in a minute with hopefully a decent brow. Otherwise we can all cry together because it's probably going to stay on for like a flipping week. It's quite hard to apply because it's very liquidy, it's very wet, but yeah, this is my eyebrow. It's not looking that great really. I'm gonna try and tidy it up, try and do the other one off camera. Okay, so this is my attempt with the brow gel stuff. I feel like they don't look too bad. Color-wise, it's an all right match, maybe a tiny bit too dark, but I think I can definitely get away with it. It wasn't great, it was very wet, but then it also dried really fast. So if you made an error, you would have to be quick at like correcting it because it's super dry now like that. I feel like that's not going to budge. So for eyeshadow, I'm actually going to be using the product that you've probably seen flashing in the corner throughout the whole video because I've been using it as a mirror, and that is the, wait, where's that box? Model's Own Barely There 2 palette. So it's an eyeshadow palette, and inside you've just got this selection of matte and shimmery shades, and they're all quite like bronzy. So I think I'm going to give that a go, but I also really want to test out one of these, like, what are they again? Oh, they're cream eyeshadows by Barry M. I'm going to start off with this shade as a transition colour, and I do have a little eyeshadow brush to test from this Juno and Ko company, so I'm going to try this one. It's kind of like a fluffy blending brush, so I feel like that will be quite good to put through my crease. So let me just take a little bit of that and let's give it a go. I'm really liking this brush. It's like super soft and it's making it quite easy to blend out, and I feel like the eyeshadows are pretty nice. I think so far, well, I've only tried one, haven't I? So we won't judge it just yet. But so far I'm liking the brush, although I've just had the worst thought. I remember some comments in my PO box unboxing saying that they couldn't actually get these brushes. They don't ship to the UK, and most of you guys that watch, I'm pretty sure, are from the UK. I know not all of you are, but I think if I look at my I can never say the word, analytics, most of you guys are from the UK, but you can't even buy these brushes from the UK. And then just a tiny bit of this really dark brown. I'm just gonna put the smallest bit ever because I don't want to ruin this, just in like the kind of like outer bit of it, I guess. Now I'm going to test out one of the shimmers, so I'm just going to take a bit of this colour here, and I'm just changing my brush to a flat one because I feel like that will work a bit better. And I'm just taking a little bit on my brush, and then I'm going to spray a bit of setting spray. I've got a different one actually today. I've got the Model's Own One Night Stand 2-in-1 Prime and Setting Spray. So it's a primer as well, but I'm sure it will still work to just like spray on this. Was I meant to use this at the start of the video if it's a primer? Because I was going to spray it on at the end because it's a setting spray. Have I done this wrong? Probably. Oh my goodness, it smells delish. It smells like a spa or something. Let's see how it goes. Oh, it's looking pretty good. I feel like those eyeshadows worked really well. I've kind of just done everything all the same colour by accident, like kind of just looks like all one colour, but I didn't mean for that to happen. Yeah, I feel like they're really nice eyeshadows, they're really blendable. I'm pretty happy with it, I think it's worked really well. So to change the colour up a little bit, because this does all just look like one eyeshadow, I am going to take one of the, oh here they are, they're right in front of me. I'm going to take one of these Barry M cream eyeshadows. I don't know what one to go for. I think I might go for the palest one. So this one's in the shade number 1, Duvet Day. Duvet Day. It's really hard to say. That rhymed. Oh my goodness. I don't think that was right, was it? It's, do you know what I mean? I can't open because it's wet right now, but that just, has that ruined it or does that look okay? I'm not sure yet, wait. It also burns a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. I guess it doesn't look too bad from a distance, but up close, the creams and the powders have just kind of gone a bit like, you know what I mean? It doesn't feel great. I am gonna do my mascara next, and I've actually got 2 mascaras, haven't I? Benefit's Badgal Bang Mascara, which I'm so excited to try out. I've seen so many people try this and it looks amazing. So yeah, I'm gonna give this one a go on my top lashes, I think, and then I'm gonna try a different one for my bottom lashes. This is the Iconic London Mascara, and I remember it had like a really tiny wand. So I'm gonna try that on my bottoms, try this on my tops. Let's get on with it. It looks like a really good wand. Like the wand is pretty impressive, so I have high hopes for this. Oh no. A little crumb fell on my face, but it looked like it was just a crumb that you could pick off. So I went to pick it off and it's just sploshed. You know what I mean? It's put a load of black mascara on my face, so I'm gonna have to sort that bit out. I always swear I'm so rude. I don't mean to though, so I'm not actually rude. I feel like it is an insane mascara. Like my lashes look so good, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna prefer it when it dries out a bit because I'm just not good with really wet mascaras. So for my bottom lashes, I'm gonna try the Iconic London Mascara. I can't remember if this had a name, but it's not on the packaging anywhere. It literally just says Iconic London Black Mascara. That would be quite good to try on my bottom lashes. I feel like this one's a similar kind of deal. It's just very wet. I think I just don't like new mascaras. I prefer them after a little while. So yeah, but it worked really well. I really like the wand. Like it was a really good sized wand for doing my bottom lashes, and it's definitely lengthened them. Like both of these mascaras are really lengthening and have made my eyelashes look a lot more like than they normally would with what I normally use. So I'm gonna let these bits dry and then I'll try and like pick them off because there's a few little bits under there. But whilst we're waiting, I will move on to my lips. And what have I got? Oh yeah, I got this in my PO box. This is the By Terry Rouge-Expert no, didn't say that. Rouge-Expert Click Stick. It's the only lip product that I received in my PO box, so it's the only thing I can really use for this video. This one is in the shade Rose Ease, I think, yeah. And it's just on this little clicker which pumps it up, and it's just like a pinky kind of shade. So I'm just gonna pop a bit of that on. It smells like sweets, like it smells like those sherbety sweets that you can get, those like little, oh, and they're like in tiny little discs, but they're in different colours. I can't remember what they're called. That's so annoying, but hopefully you guys kind of know what I mean. It smells exactly like those. Like it's really making me crave sweets. I've made an absolute mess of that. I need to try and tidy this up a bit. I'm a right mess in this video. What is going on? Okay, apart from my slightly messy application, I feel like that will do. It was a really good lip product. Like you could tell that that was a pricey one. Like it felt like I was putting gold on my lips. It felt really like smooth and creamy, but it's also really pigmented. Should we give it a quick spritz? Let's just quickly spritz us with the setting spray. We are done. This is a full face of makeup using my like new stuff that I got in my PO box, and yeah, it was really fun to test it all out. I think everything worked really well apart from the weird sponge at the start, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it and you want me to do more testing videos in the future, because I will definitely do that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Goodbye.